Peace, everyone. Welcome back to my podcast. I appreciate you all for joining me once again. If you haven't listened to my previous episodes, make sure you go back and do so. This is episode 6, and this is going to be a short episode, but I wanted to discuss dreams and the connection that it has with the spirit world, okay? So, our dreams open up our consciousness to other planes, realm, and other states of mind, okay? If you go back to my previous episodes, I talked about me being a medium and my gifts, and the reason why I'm able to access my gift is through my subconscious mind. So that's in the same aspect, okay? So when you dream, your mind opens up, so you're able to access your subconscious and your conscious mind at the same time, and it allows you to explore other realms, the spiritual planes, okay? That being said, other than meditation, dreams are probably the best way to talk to your spirit guides, your ancestors, and also your past loved ones. I have a question. Have you ever dreamt of a past loved one? Raise your hand. Did you raise your hand? Good. You probably remember every detail about that dream. Like, it's so vivid, right? You remember the colors, the feeling of the atmosphere, what you heard, different sounds. You remember your loved one, what they wore, what they said, if they were wearing some type of cologne or perfume. You can even smell it, right? It seems very, very real. That's because it is real. They did truly come to you in your dream. They usually come to us during our dream if we're having some type of hardship in life, we need to come and tell us some information or give us guidance, or during the grieving process of when they pass. So they will come to basically saying, yoo-hoo, hey, I'm doing okay. You don't need to worry. I'm sorry I had to go, but I'm doing great. Please don't worry about me. So they do that for clarity, for comfort, to give you some type of relief, okay? And that happens, I'm sure, that whenever you dreamt of that person, right? When you woke up the next day, you felt good. You felt just relief. You felt like, yes. You just felt really, really happy. That's the point of it. That's the point of it all, okay? How to access your past loved ones moving forward, it's a little difficult, right? Because like I said, they come to you in a time of hardship or when you're grieving or something like that, okay? Now you want to talk to them because you want to see how they're doing, or you want to get some answers from them. You have a lot of questions. You want to get some answers from them, okay? This is a little trickier, okay? So I'm going to go through different steps on how to get that started, okay? So step 1, basically you want to always have a pen and paper or pencil and paper, whatever you like, next to your bed, somewhere next to your bed. The reason for that is that when you wake up from a dream, you need to wake up, as soon as you open your eyes, you need to write down your dream. Every detail about the dream you can remember. The dream doesn't even have to be about your past loved one or anything, but write it down because it's good exercise, and you never know, some details that you write down could be connected to other dreams that you're going to have later on, okay? Step 2, you're going to lay down in your bed, flat on your back. You're going to close your eyes, and you're going to go into meditation, okay? Then you're going to set the intention to have your past loved one, either, let's just say your uncle. You're going to set the intention to have your uncle come visit you in your dream. So you just say, I'm reaching out to my uncle so-and-so or your aunt so-and-so, or your mother so-and-so, and you would give their name. Please come visit me tonight in my dreams. Short and simple. Now, that sounds easier said than done. Now, I'm not going to guarantee that's going to work the first time, the fifth time, the sixth time. The whole point is to continue to do it every single day. And the more you do it, the better chance that you have of that person coming to visit you, right? Because you are using, like I said, your consciousness to send a message out to the spirit world to that particular person, okay? And that person has to receive that message, right? And then they have to have the time to come visit you, right? During your dream state, okay? Now, like I said, it's not going to happen the first time. It's probably not going to happen the second time or the fifth time or the sixth time. The whole point is to continue to do it. Do not give up. Continue to do it, okay? Whenever you dream, wake up, write it down. The more and more you do it every single day, you might start to see there's connections between your dreams. There might be some type of connection. So, and then you'll start to realize when you go back to your notes, like, this dream was sort of like this dream. So what is this dream trying to tell me about this dream? You know, and then you'll put two to two together. It's not easy. It's very, very difficult, okay? But like I said, I guarantee you the more and more you do it, if you do it every single day, you're very, very determined to speak to your ancestor, speak to your past loved one. Do that. I guarantee it's going to work. The same if you're trying to access your spirit guides, okay? The same way. Now, the spirit guides, it's going to be really good when you take those notes, because your spirit guides, like I talked about in my spirit guides episode, is that they won't tell you things straight up. They will tell you things subliminally. They would give you little hints and codes and stuff, and you would have to figure it out. And the reason why they do that is to open up your mind, is to open up your consciousness. They do that on purpose. It took me a while to actually know that. I was like, why don't they just tell me? Why do they got to be so difficult? Why they got to do a puzzle, you know? And it's to open up your mind. It's to see things differently, to look outside of the box. So that's why they do that. So if you're trying to access your spirit guides, do the same thing. Lay down, you meditate, you set the intention for your spirit guides to come visit you. It's possible your spirit guides will come visit you faster than your past loved one will. The reason for that is that your spirit guide, if you go back to my previous episode, I talked about this, your spirit guides were assigned to you before you were born. So they're like your family, close-knit family, like they birthed you, right? So they're always with you. And all you have to do is ask them to come to you, and if you need help with something, all you have to do is ask, and they're happy to do it, okay? So like I said, they're probably going to come visit you faster than your past loved one will. That's because your past loved one have other things to do, you know? Your past loved one could be someone else's spirit guide, right? Think about that. Your past loved one could just be someone, you know, go talk to someone else in your family that's having hardship too, that you don't know about, right? So there's a lot of things that your past loved one could be doing. So don't hold it against them if they don't come straight away. But you extend that invite, I guarantee it's going to happen, okay? With me being a medium, I'm able to access my spirit guides, my ancestors, my past loved ones through my dreams if I set the intention. Absolutely. Like I said before, I do meditation that is best for me. I know some mediums probably will use dreams as some type of connection with that. I get better results through meditation. Okay? Now, the funny thing about it is that if your past loved one can't speak to you directly, can't visit you directly to your in your dreams, they might come to me. That is the bare bone reality of it. They might come to me to relay a message to you because they probably already know what you're feeling. They probably already know what you're going to ask. They probably already know what you're going through. They might come to me during a meditation. They might come to me during my dreams. That happens a lot. I've had encounters where someone's past loved one or spirit guides have come to me via my dreams. And I know exactly that, hey, I don't know this person. I don't know who this person is. I know that you're not part of my circle. So I know you had to be for someone else. So then I ask, okay, who are you looking to reach out to? You have a message for them. Okay. And I wake up and I immediately write that message down. Sometimes I remember it. Majority of times I remember it. But if I wake up and my head is a little cloudy, I will go write it down. Or I will immediately get out my phone and I will text the person that the message is for, or I will go on Instagram, shoot them a DM, anything. I will immediately do it as soon as I wake up. Eyes are just crusty. I wake up and I do it, just so it doesn't leave my head. I don't forget, because I don't want to ever receive the information and not give it to a person that is supposed to go to. That's something that I don't want to happen. Okay, so if your heart is really felt on reaching out to your past loved one, your ancestors, your spirit guides, do the steps that I said. Be intentional with it. Open up your heart to it. And continue to do it every single time before you go to bed. Do it all the time until it happens. Now, how do you know that it's going to happen? Okay, so this is a little trick. So whenever you're dreaming and that your loved one comes and visit you, how do you know that it is actually your loved one is actually doing it, or it's your mind giving you something that you really want? Right? Because that happens, right? I know that happens to me plenty of times where I will dream of something. I might say the night before, I'm like, man, I really want some pizza. I might go to bed and dream of pizza. That's how it is. That's how your mind works, okay? So your mind might give you something that it makes you feel comfortable, right? So the trick is that when your past loved one, or your past loved one in general, comes visit you, the telltale sign is, if you're talking to them, do you see their lips move? If you see their lips move, then that's not your past loved one. That is your mind creating that image of them. Okay? If you are talking to them and you know exactly, if you remember your dream and you know exactly what they're going to say next, it's a telltale sign that it's not them. That is your mind creating that image for them. Okay? They will speak to you subconsciously, telepathically. They will speak to you. And that's how you know that it's real. When you talk to them, you will look at them and they won't even move their lips. It will be, what they're saying will be directly right to your head. You will just hear it. That's how you know that it's real, okay? So that's a little trick. So I know a lot of people might say, oh, I speak to such and such all the time in my dreams. But if the person is moving their lips, you're not really speaking to them. You're your mind creating that image to make you feel comfortable, type of thing, okay? So there's a distinction. You have to look at the look at the distinction and then you can tell, okay? So that being said, guys, that is it. That is the last episode for today anyway. If you haven't listened to the previous episodes, make sure you go back and do so, please. Until next time, peace.